Okay. The pain and the pleasure all comes together. I'm always going to love that opening. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Welcome to Article Chris is Talking, and this is going to be a Taizai discussion video. Taizai because I'm a noob. 7 Deadly Sins discussion video for you normies out there. And this discussion is basically, you've seen the title, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but just in case you somehow came across this video and you're like, what is this video about? This discussion is about Escanor and whether he may possibly or potentially take an L within the next upcoming chapters of 7 Deadly Sins. Now, before I go into this video, I do want to say this video will basically have a lot of spoilers, manga spoilers. So if you're not a manga viewer, you're just an anime only, then watch if you want to, but it's going to have a lot of information about what's happening currently in the chapter. We're in chapter 288, so pretty far ahead, guys. So yeah, this is going to have some serious spoilers. Okay, so at the end of the most recent chapter 288, which dropped around a day and a half ago, I did a live reaction for it, and I was super gassed. Thank you so much to everyone who actually watched the live reaction, who kind of engaged with me in the discussion box, and who just watched me. You know, thanks if you don't, and subscribe. You know, because I do Taizai videos. I'm about that life. At the end of that chapter, Escanor goes into the one mode, and my initial reaction was to be so gassed, was to be just so excited. I was like, oh shit, Escanor's in a one mode, like this is it, it's a wrap. I was excited. But when I reread the chapter after doing a live reaction upload, I was like, okay, cool, let me just kind of reread it, let me get my actual initial thoughts about it. It made me realize, okay, even though Escanor's in the one mode, this is for a minute. Then I realized there are also a few things that are like kind of missing from a few pieces of information that are missing from this chapter. Like, what time is it, first of all? Because he's supposed to be able to go in the one mode when it's for that 1 minute at midday. Is it midday? I don't remember, but if you guys do remember, then please do let me know down below in the comment box, or like what chapter that they stated it was, because I'm sure they haven't stated what time it is for a while right now, but I do know it's during the day. So now we have Escanor in the one mode for a minute, which would normally be amazing, but don't forget that we still have Chandler, who's pretty much the god of darkness, pretty much. And so we've seen how OP Chandler is before we even got his power level. We knew that Chandler is a great opposition for Escanor. Now, the reason I brought that up is because Chandler isn't even the main, like Escanor's main antagonist. Like, he's not the person that Escanor's facing right now. The whole reason why we're all gassed is because it's Escanor versus Zeldris, and not just Escanor versus Zeldris, Escanor full strength versus Zeldris full strength, which is pretty freaking hype, because now we know, alright, Escanor, he's meant to be like this omnipotent being. Even stated in the last panel that like he's in god mode pretty much, which is so fucking hype. But Zeldris is technically in his demon god mode as well, because he has his power level as well as the demon king's power level as well, so now it's like, alright, Zeldris is meant to be OP, so Zeldris's mode right now is that higher than Meliodas in assault mode, because when Meliodas was in assault mode, that was in a different kind of scale. But Escanor was able to take out Meliodas in assault mode with one hit when he was in the one mode, so he wasn't really in that mode for that long. Prior to Escanor being in the one mode, like I think this was chapter 231, he was 114,000 power level. I know power scaling is a bit all over the place. I made a video about that. I'll leave a link right above. But yeah, Escanor was around 114,000 in power level, which was quite crazy, because before then the highest we'd seen I think was like 60s and the 70s from other people. But Meliodas took him out quite easily, and the effects of that fight were clear as day when once the fight was done and Escanor pretty much passed out. So he won the fight, but at the end of the fight he literally passed out. Meliodas passed out, he passed out, and they were both knocked out, and Meliodas got up first. So this shows that he can take damage, and Escanor, as OP as he is, and I know it's gonna seem like it's blasphemy talking about the sun god like this, but we know Escanor can take damage. And with that piece of information of Escanor being able to take damage, and that was just the damage from the fight against Meliodas, Escanor's been fighting for quite a few chapters now in the most recent chapters against some OP people, and even against the fight with Zeldris just in the past 2 chapters. Before Zeldris showed his true strength, and when Zeldris showed his true strength, Escanor's was pretty much struggling a little bit. So if Escanor goes into the one mode in this chapter, yeah, he's going to win. Like, I think he's going to win. That's just my opinion, but leave your opinions down below. I think he's going to win against Zeldris, which is, I don't know, pretty cool. But then there's still Cusack and there's still Chandler left. And I don't think they're going to so easily allow Escanor to walk away like it's nothing. And then we have Rudisier there. Yeah, Rudy has got 201,000, but Rudisier was literally struggling so hard against Zeldris, like in the last chapter, where Escanor had to go into the one mode. And if they did that, then there would have to be a repercussion for Escanor being in that mode. And we know that Male's Grace Sunshine will basically eat away at Escanor, and has been eating away at Escanor, because we see how weak he is. So once Escanor goes into this mode, what will happen to Sunshine? That's a whole different video in itself, but that's the reason why I'm thinking he may actually end up taking an L. Yeah, he'll win against Zeldris, but in the end, I think like Escanor may not actually win the war, which could be a good piece of writing, because technically Escanor would have won. But in the overall scheme of it, there's going to be a repercussion for Escanor going into the one mode, and I think it's not going to be as easy as it was last time. Otherwise, I don't think that would be good writing, because in the last one mode, he just did that was it. But clearly, Zeldris has the Demon King's ability and like the fucking react counter, which is crazy. So how's this going to work? But yeah, so that's my discussion. That's what I wanted to kind of bring up. That's kind of my fear for Escanor, and I want you guys to basically leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think is going to happen, how you think it's going to turn out. Will Escanor take an L? Should he take an L for as Nakaba Suzuki? Should Nakaba write down that Escanor takes an L just so that the story can be a bit more interesting? Or do you think this is going to happen so that when Male jumps back into the scene, Escanor's grace is going to go back to Male, and then we'll have Esterosa Male basically at full strength, because he's now kind of a good guy and he could be the reason why this war could end. But oh, that's another video in itself. Oh, so many videos. This is why I love 7 Deadly Sins. So that's that. If you enjoyed this discussion, and please do subscribe, please do let me know your thoughts and all of that, share it, and I hope to see you in my next Taizai video. Turn on that notification, because the Taizai videos are coming on a daily basis, guys, and I'm excited to see what your thoughts are for next week's chapter. Otaku Chris is talking. I'll see you guys soon. Let me leave you guys on a good note. Peace.